Right, okay, so the next step is let's go and apply some, sound to it. So I've imported some sound here. For example, this is like machine MP3, what you need to do is just simply drag and put it here at the bottom and press LL on your keyboard. It shows up, sound waves, and then we're gonna just whoosh here, this plain whoosh. What you're gonna do is just, let's say when the text comes here, I want to apply a whoosh effect, here somewhere. Press LL and you see that this starts from here, and let's render and see how it looks. So in this way, you can just apply your sound to it. If you Control D, this one. So if you Control D and move it forward, again, when the other text comes in here somewhere, then you bring your sound in, So let's render a little bit and see how it looks. So this is how you can edit your sound as well. The same way, if you want to cut this sound, what you can do is edit, split layer, sound is cut, and also you can apply some effects, effects, audio. So you've got all lots of effects, a whole lot of effects here. You can apply these effects, and play around with this section. It's quite easy. Same way, just move around your layers, and adjust it according to the timeline, And if you want to reveal the keyframes, press LL. It reveals the sound wave so that you exactly know from where it starts and where it ends, So this is how you edit your sound as well, or import your sound and use it, So basically most of the stuff is done. Now let's go and do the final thing, which is rendering. Okay, let's do the final rendering now. So here we are in our car 1 composition. But make sure that the composition you want to render has to be highlighted, otherwise you'll render something else, So for example, this car 1 is highlighted, and we just go and composition, add to render queue. This is one way of doing it, which is the best way of doing it. But also people just go to file, export, and render it through these settings here, which is, I don't recommend these settings because they're not very reliable. So the best way is go to composition and add to render queue. So now it opens up a panel where you have to give your render settings. First, let's go to render settings, best settings. Click on best settings. It tells you quality, best draft or wire, always keep it to the best resolution, which is 720 by 576, and full resolution. Half resolution, it will render the half size 360 by 288, third 240 by 192, and quarter 180 by 184. Now leave the rest as it is, and press OK. And then the lossless, I'll put mode to lossless. Let's say for videos, for Windows, for AVI, the best is, I think, to go to QuickTime Movie. In the QuickTime Movie, you can render it easily, and then you go to Format, Options. In Format Options, if you want the video to be super crisp and uncompressed, then keep it none. But the file size is very big. I always keep it none, and then re-render it again to the other file sizes. So another good way is Photo JPEG. The file size becomes smaller. If you put it to best, the file size becomes a bit bigger. But if you high, the file size becomes smaller, but it will give you the same quality as best. So keep it to high and press OK. So it renders, and audio output. If you want the audio, check this. If you don't want the audio, don't check this, So here the audio is checked as well. Press OK. There are other options for format options as well, for animation. H.264 is a good one as well, but I usually use none, or for the JPEG. Press OK. Press OK here, and the output, where you want to save it. Just give your location wherever it is. Just write the name, final or something, and save your file, the location, and press render. So now it will start rendering. You'll see it's rendering. When it comes to the end, it will chime. It will give you a sound that it has been rendered. So I'll stop it here. Now if you want to see the location where it's been saved, you can always go back. You can always see it, so it's where it is saved. So here in your hard disk is saved, So this is how you do the renderings, basic rendering. Right, I've also got advanced rendering, tutorial as well. If you log on to my website, if you go to tutorials, in tutorial section, it's called rendering, this one. So you can watch this one, and also there are other tutorials as well. After doing this basic, you can just do the rest of the tutorials in After Effects, to learn more about After Effects. So this was a basic tutorial. I hope you guys have understood it. I hope next time you work on After Effects it'll be more easier for you to understand it or start a project. So the best way is to keep on doing it, keep on watching this tutorial again and again, and try it your own way as well. Explore it, and sometimes by mistake, if you mess up the workspace, go here and reset standard and discard changes. So it'll bring up the standard workspace. For example, if you close this and you say, hang on a second, where's that panel? So don't worry, don't panic, just go here and say reset standard, discard changes, so it's back on. I hope you have enjoyed this tutorial. Once again, my name is Shoaib Khan from Maxafter.com. Assalamu alaikum.